One of my favorite quotes is, if you want to be the most interesting person in the room, be the most interested. And I think where this really applies to communication and building stronger relationships is basically just shut up and listen to people. They will tell you absolutely everything you need to know to learn how to communicate with them. People use the same words, they use the same language, they use the same tone, they speak the same way, they tend to follow these patterns. And the more you listen, pay attention, the more you'll understand what's important to this person, which becomes the key to unlocking how to communicate with them. So a few of these things is like learning if they are introverted or extroverted. That teaches you right away, how do I communicate with this person? If they're introverted, I need to be face to face. I need to get them one-on-one. If they're extroverted, they probably prefer more of a group conversation type of approach. They're more likely to listen to you when things are a little bit busier, a little bit more chaotic maybe, because they prefer that, whereas the introvert needs that quiet, low light, no sound kind of atmosphere. Their culture, maybe they have come from a different culture than you, and learning some of the cues that those cultures will use, the language that they use, also the way that they speak to you, what's important to them, what phase of life they're in. If somebody's, just young coming out of high school, they're going to have very different ways of seeing the world than if you're somebody who's my age, who's more looking towards retirement, So all of these things come into play when you're trying to have a conversation with somebody. So basically, shut up, listen to people, and try to figure out what it is that's really important to them. Another thing that we should also be aware of is everybody has what's called an emotional home. It's their go-to state. So if you meet somebody and they're typically kind of like, oh yeah, life is hard, and oh, I had an awful day today. Or they're like, yeah, I'm excited, it's going to be the weekend, and we're going to have a great time, we got all these plans. These are patterns for people, and when you can show up kind of in their pattern, you will connect with them. They'll feel heard and seen. So yeah, to be the most interesting person in the room, show up and be the most interested.